Yo, what's wrong, man?
I'm broke, bro. My girlfriend, my baby left.
You had a girlfriend?
Of course, bro. My baby, do you remember? She left.
Nah, bro, just get over that shit, man.
She said you're not jacked up like Victor Martinez.
Ah, you freaking kidding, bro. You nuts.
Bro, you have to work with me. You have to work. I wanna work with you to be jacked up like you. Please help me.
Oh, just got a DM.
Forget about me, bro. I want you to work with me.
Oh, God. What's your girlfriend's name?
My baby.
Does she have a tattoo on her right butt cheek?
Yeah. How you know that? Yes.
Oh, no.
How you know?
No, just...
Where are you going, man?
No,
Bro, you have to work.
I'll be back.
My baby! My baby!
All right, everybody. Welcome to this week's Generation Iron podcast. Your host, Victor Martinez. Also, Vlad Uden. Esan Farahi.
We're on a different direction.
Doing the mix, and Edwin Mejia, all right? It's all good. We all here, and I want to say I hope everyone here had a good 4th of July, because I know I did. That's why I'm a bit scrambled today.
Did you get drunk?
Come on, I still am drunk. Yes, welcome. And again, I hope you guys had good festivities, and don't remember, we celebrated for freedom. Okay, guys, what do we have this week?
Question of the day.
So this week's winner is John Sandoval, 1855. Victor, you selected this question, of course,
Yes.
and it's actually a really good question. So the question is, I've wondered, especially as the summer draws near in Boston, Victor, in your experience, how do you feel fish, shrimp, shellfish compared to chicken, turkeys, and steak, and digestion, prep, costs, overall feelings? So that's a good question.
All right. They're also going to get something from us, but right now, the answer.
Case of this.
Yes.
The winner. What's his name again?
John Sandoval.
John Sandoval. All right.
Yes, I would have to say definitely if you're going to be switching to fish, and plus, actually, you're up there in Boston, so say what's up to everybody. I know you're going to be eating that good fish, a lot of that good lobster from the Cape. But remember, too much of something is always not good. So one of those things you have to watch out for is gout. When you eat so much shellfish, it's going to be the gout. So just be careful with that amount. You're also going to be leaner, which is good. Unlike the steak or anything like that, when you eat fish, when you eat shrimps, you're going to get leaner because of the low fat in it. But also, it's going to be expensive. Everything's going up. But fish and lobster, of course, is way more expensive than the steak. It depends where you're buying it as well.
It should be expensive. You don't want to buy like some.
I mean, again, I know a lot of people that go to Costco. I know a lot of people that rather go, to Whole Foods. Not all meats are created equal.
But seafood compared to chicken is expensive,
Yeah, chicken you can never go wrong with chicken. So if you're gonna mix with the seafood, I would have to say mix the seafood with some chicken. Not do so much again because a lot of it is gonna be your stomach. You have to
How about turkey?
Turkey, can't go wrong with turkey. You're also gonna have to set some time on the side for some naps though.
But the question is, he wants to switch fully to seafood. Is that a good or bad idea?
Yeah, fully, I wouldn't recommend that. One, you're gonna have that mushy muscle. You're gonna have the just that weird kind of not thick muscle, and that just starts happening after a while. Again, it's gonna be half the summer. I mean, I would say so, but not all the time. That's why mix it up a little. Mix it up to actually do seafood throughout the entire summer. You know what? I like to see that, I mean, halfway through, I know you're going to throw in the towel because that's just, after a while, it gets too much, too boring. And again, it's just the gout you have to watch out for, or any indigestive problems because of having so much damn seafood. I mean,
How
what do you
about
think?
how about tuna? Tuna can.
Tuna? Hell no. I'm anti-tuna.
Oh, whoa. What's up with why?
So
Why anti-tuna?
No, it's just flashbacks.
He eat
Jailhouse
too much tuna.
flashbacks, too much tuna.
He eat too much tuna.
That tuna out of my face. No, I never liked tuna. I've never been a fan of tuna. I just never cared for it.
I like tuna poke.
I
Or
think
tuna
because
tartare.
of high school or I think elementary school, when they throw that tuna slop on your plate,
That's a whole different topic.
by Big Marge over at the lunch line. No,
It's not healthy too because of the can. It's not
nah,
healthy.
tuna is just, I mean, everybody I seen eat tuna, two things I would see, they always stunk and they're never in good shape,
They
But
stunk.
so many people get wrong when you say seafood or fish.
Well,
they
you
go
always
to get
eat.
tuna.
Now,
Listen,
some is good tuna out there, like
yeah.
sushi.
there
you
is
know?
good tuna. Again, tuna fillet. Hey, man, by all means, that's some grade A tuna. But you talk about tuna in a can, and listen, you know what? I'm not gonna, want a little joke on you and make fun of you on that behalf because it is cheap. You can have it, but if you're on a budget, by all means, do it, but don't drown yourself in it because it's just not good. It's just not good.
What about difference like there's tilapia and there's salmon and then there's Chilean sea bass?
Oh,
Does that play a
man.
difference as far as
What's your favorite? First tell me what's your favorite.
Damn, sea bass all day. The filet mignon of fish. Sea bass all day.
It
But
is.
I mix it up with salmon. I usually only eat salmon in the high-end restaurants. I don't like having it pre-cooked. I don't like my salmon also from meal preps. I mean, not all meal preps are created equal, but I do not like to have my food from meal preps frozen and all that. It has to be fresh.
Fresh.
You can taste the difference in
Yeah.
a frozen fish compared to a fresh fish. I don't care what you say. You can stand by your company and all that. It's all good. I understand. You want to fight for it. But fish, for me, has to be fresh. It's just
Seafood has to be fresh.
most seafood, yeah, but you can actually have some, frozen shrimps, not too bad.
I don't
you
like
know.
it.
Like, and also when you're changing the fish, I think orange roughy, it kind of you can almost eat it frozen.
That's a Mercedes
because
Benz.
it's so oily. It's just an
did
oily
you see you had a bad
fish.
experience with that?
Yeah, you get leakage.
Look, what's the,
Explain to him what he's talking
what's the
about.
look? I know what's the
Yeah.
smelly.
Okay.
I can't go to smell.
Well, you said there was a bodybuilder that did a lot of fish before,
Yes, a lot of. I mean, as a matter of fact, Kevin Levroni said
Yes.
12 weeks before Mr. Olympia.
12
I
weeks
eat
out. 12
12
weeks out.
weeks
How many
out.
meals?
12, I don't know, but one meal every day is too
No,
much.
one meal. No, it's not too bad actually.
not too
One
bad?
meal, no, because you're kind of mixing it in. But now I'll tell you this: if you mix in, just not just one meal. If you do at least 3 meals of fish per day, any given fish, you're gonna start leaking, man. And that leak comes out in a way of pourings, your pores.
It doesn't matter what fish you eat.
I think mostly the oily fish.
Oily
Yeah,
fish.
because you start excreting the oil.
Yeah,
From your pores, it's leaking.
Yeah, your pores are usually
it makes sense.
anywhere, but mostly down by your,
I don't know.
yeah, kind of like your, down
Down there,
it's just check your underwear. That's it. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, so
Check your underwear. You eat the fish 3 meals a day.
and then check your underwear.
Check your underwears after 2 weeks.
Oh, my God.
Sometimes a little less, but you're gonna leak and you're gonna smell all the time.
That's
So
nasty,
depending
man.
who's gonna be around you, I would have to say mix it in. Have 2 fish meals, add a steak, add a chicken. Eat some eggs. That's it. So don't go so hard on just eating it. Unless it's free, then that's a different story. You know, you're not paying for it.
Then do what you got to do.
Yeah.
If the free
Listen,
eat it,
man.
if the free is you eat it.
Inflation. So right now, you know, break it up. You know, it's all about balance. Too much of something is usually not that good, especially shellfish.
Yeah.
So do you think Vic answered the question fully?
I think so. I think that was a great answer, and everybody has their opinions on what the right protein sources are to consume.
Yeah,
we have a lot of opinion on that and factual research on that as well on Generation Iron, and Victor is a huge resource for that.
Well, John, his name is John, right?
John Sandoval.
Johnson.
John, I hope you're happy with this answer. You get the case of Redcon Energy.
Hope so, and if not, you
Cheers
can
to
DM me.
Johnson.
And if you guys want to be the winner, just ask the question. Vic will answer. Hopefully pick it, and then you get a case of this thing right here.
That's right.
All right, so what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about taurine, the
Taurine.
incredible ingredient that is making some rounds in the health and fitness space. Why? Because taurine is a main ingredient, as you guys all know, in energy drinks
Yes.
like Redcon 1.
Yes.
And taurine has been touted as kind of like the miracle amino acid.
Do you take it? What is it good, bad? What do you
Listen, if it's in my supplements, it's in there. I don't take it as side supplements. Sometimes I used to do that with like arginine, ornithine, branched chain amino acid, just not like that. So it's in my energy drinks, and they say you want to use about what is it, almost 300, 1 to 3 grams. That's about it.
Right.
Because if you use too much, you're gonna be hitting definitely the toilet.
Right. They say 3 grams is the max.
Max, yeah.
Yeah.
To give you that churria, that
Is it-
diarrhea.
Isn't it
So
found
don't
in
do too much?
It's found in shellfish too, right? I read about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about seafood
Shellfish,
earlier.
yes.
Seafood. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in there already. You know, it's one of those amino acids. Again, it's not the building block, but it does have health benefits for you. Also, for your heart health, right? That's
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's taurine is
Is it good for a heart? I'm sorry. Is it good for a heart because it's exactly give you energy like a caffeine, but they are not effective on your heart like a caffeine. So basically, they are not bringing your heartbeat up. So they give you energy without heartbeat. That's why it's very good.
Right. Taurine is like the reason why it's so popular and it's being discussed is because it's kind of like the anti-aging kind of like ingredient, right?
Anti-aging, and also increases testosterone in one form or another, and that's why I didn't want to keep adding more of that into my system. You know, it's enough. enough is enough, man. Child support is getting out of hand. Screw that.
How many kids, Vic?
You do touring, I'm good. You know, it definitely helps. You know, screw that.
It's
man.
really help, huh?
You know what? Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna start taking less of it.
So it's a good weekend drinking energy drink.
Yes,
At
yes,
the
it
weekend.
creates that balance in the energy drinks, you know. It's good. It's not bad, you know. Everybody wants energy now. Everybody, you know, everything's going up. Anything that gets you strung out on energy, it's going up. More energy drinks. I think there was another 50 that came out this year for the shelves. So it's like they're coming out, you know.
People also say taurine is also an anti-inflammatory.
Yes.
It helps with digestion.
More pros than cons, actually.
There's a lot of pros.
Can you take it in powder form, or is it only comes in products?
You could take it in a powder form. I believe.
Yeah, they have
Yes.
powder because they make
Yes.
capsules out of it. So yes.
Yeah.
Capsule, too.
The question becomes, and I wouldn't say the issue, but the question is, right, if you're on medication, right, Vic, if you're an athlete or something, you're on certain medication, will it kind of inhibit certain medication that you're on? Will it create
steroids.
problems with it? It could be, I guess, or other forms of drugs or medications that you're on. And that's something that's still being researched and could cause a lot of problems or cause some issues. And then there are some sort of side. I'm not sure if you heard of other side effects, but I've heard that there may be other side effects as well. If you take too much
the
of
only
it.
one I heard is just definitely it'll give you the runs, kind of like if you take too much vitamin C also, that'll do it. But like I said, I think I see more pros than cons on the touring because it's being used a lot of, you know, for a lot of supplements, a lot of energy drinks. So I haven't heard so much negativity other than, you know, taking too much of it, which goes on anything. Drink too much water is no good. But
Yeah, it's found in plant. It's found in. It's not.
Yes.
It's the only thing is it's not found in plants. So we were talking about vegans the last episode,
Yes.
and Vic is more of a proponent for protein sources with meat, chicken, and all
Yes.
that. Now, for someone that you say might have mushy muscles because of seafood, what would you recommend if they wanted to take taurine and they necessarily were not like meat eaters?
Red meat.
I mean, again, just be cautious on the amount you're taking. That's it, just the amount, because
Right.
obviously you don't want your body going south by ODing, eating the shellfish, not taking the supplement, and then using energy drinks. You already kind of know. So be pretty much educated on your supplement intake. That's it, just like anything else.
By the way, I want to make a correction. Last episode, we made a big mistake. We called Verinder vegan and Indian bodybuilders vegan. They're actually vegetarian. So they do drink milk. They eat, dairy and stuff
Oh, that's
like that.
different.
Okay.
That's
I want to make a
different-
correction.
That's different. They just might have mushy muscles. But.
All right. So your mush is
I'm
different. We understand.
I mean, there's
I'm
levels.
kidding, guys.
Well,
Different
you
kind
give
of
him-
mush.
You give him actually credit for that body. You build it up.
But you know what's funny about all these different supplements? It's like every year they make a new study and they realize, oh yeah, we made a mistake. No, those things are actually bad for you. Like the last week.
Well,
there was,
just recently, just past week,
Yeah.
I guess the WHO, right, World Health Organization, I think they just declared that aspartame is essentially
Sweetener.
the
yeah.
sweetener. Yeah.
the sweetener is a carcinogen.
Yes, they start to
So
shut
that
down
is
everything.
going to create massive waves in the entire industry, not only in the health and fitness space, but also with companies like CocaCola.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which, if you're in diet, drinking Diet Cokes all day long, which I know a lot of bodybuilders do because we've seen them and we've been around them, it's going to be very alarming because now it's becoming a carcinogen, just like packaged meats, right, or processed meat. Sorry.
So how's it going to hurt you basically if you drink it, or what's
Well,
the,
too much of anything is not good, right, Vic?
Always.
That's what you would say.
Always, yes.
And I think the challenge is what is in really understanding what's in those products that you're taking, right? That is a big announcement by the WHO making that declaration, because it's certainly going to impact a lot of sales for a lot of companies, especially in the nutrition space and obviously with the Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Anything is healthy wise, basically, in the supermarket.
But what I'm saying is every year they make a new thing, new discovery. Oh, we messed up on this. And now what if you've been drinking that Coca-Cola?
We are testing and try. We are
don't
on
know,
test and
man.
try.
Which is basically like we're in a lab. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but I
saying?
don't know if I could trust the WHO.
Yeah.
The who?
Yeah, the WHO or who.
Yeah, the World Health Organization has a lot of I wouldn't say they don't have a lot of fans these days,
Yeah, and it all started with this whole COVID thing, man. They were so off by it. It was just like, what the hell, man? I want to get a job there. It's like,
Well, you know what's the funny? The sweeteners for a long time in the market. All the diabetic doctors that they give into diabetic person say, take this, not the sugar. So right now is after 20 years, 25 years.
yeah, well, sugar is just a lot of negative effects from the sugar alone.
So right now,
So
White
they're
sugar.
saying the sweetener is bad and the sugar is bad.
yeah. So what would you do?
That's what I'm saying. What do we do?
Well, I mean,
Well, Vlad and I drink
don't-
coffee, a lot of coffee, but I got used to not putting sugar in my coffee.
Yeah, I don't
because,
put sugar.
because
Same, me too.
Because of Vlad. So I actually always, put sugar in my drinks.
I stopped, yeah,
No,
a long
in
time
my coffee, especially Vic. Coming from a Latin
Yeah,
household, it's like the thing to do, right? It's like, how do you not put sugar in your coffee? But when you start doing those little things, it definitely help because sugar becomes very addictive after time. And spending a lot of time with George Farah, he was like, it was an eye-opening experience for us learning about him, about
He said sugar is death. It will kill you.
Yes,
Yes.
George knows a lot about it.
Sugar is a recipe for cancer. It's basically
That's
the
what he's saying.
food for your cancer.
Yes. So, I think most people in the bodybuilding industry understand that. I think the general population sometimes has a hard time kind of digesting that information.
Listen, but sugar sales are going up, way up. And anybody who has any kind of business that has to do with sugar, it's going up. You're talking about, cookies,
Yoo-hoos.
donuts, more yoo-hoos. It's going up. It's
That's-
going
that's,
up.
a
Sales
sound
are going up. And I don't think people give a goddamn what the WHO says about sugar or anything.
Right.
Because People making billions,
So
of selling sugar.
let me ask you a question, Vic. Is sugar at all in any bodybuilding diet to a degree, or is it something that's just
You
completely
need to
eliminated?
start adding sugars. You don't want to go zero sugars.
Well, fruit is good.
Yeah,
for you,
yeah,
right?
fruits,
Like
yes,
natural fruit.
natural
Natural
sugars,
sugar,
Which are
natural
whole foods.
fructose in there, but 0 on the sugar. I mean, can you live without it? Of course, of course.
He's living for a long time.
Yeah, no, but I take my sugar in the form of honey, So if I have
Natural
an
sugar,
espresso and coffee or anything, I just add honey to it.
That's the thing. It's like it's a very fine line. If you look at the protein bars in the industry, and we cover protein bars a lot, right? On GenerationIron.com with experts and coaches and nutritionists. But we realize that there are people out there that are producing these protein bars that have apparently or supposedly honey sugar. So a lot of people don't understand the difference between regular sugar, right, processed sugar, and I guess honey sugar. And that's what the ingredient they put in these protein bars. Not that I know much about it. I'd have to ask them or ask you if you know, Vic. But it's interesting. You see that a lot in ingredients.
Yes.
Honey sugar.
Honey sugar. But the protein bar has like 30 grams, like 27 grams
I
of sugar.
know.
But it's
I
honey
have more
sugar.
sugar than a freaking regular Snickers bar. Freaking nuts.
It's nuts, right?
Yeah.
What's the point of doing
Nuts.
that if you're in health and fitness?
Again, balance it out. What time of day you're eating sugar as well too.
When's the best time to
Obviously.
eat sugar? In the morning?
I say morning, early in the day, just so you could at least burn it. You
Yeah.
won't go any hypoglycemic at night. I mean, do you even need it? Again, it's just that boost in the morning to get you going. And again, is it actual sugar? No, it's fruits. I put out my oatmeal, anything like that. But actual sugar, yes, I escape and eat a donut here and there, but I'm not one to always look for sugars. My daughters don't drink any sugary drinks.
That's good.
Bro, every week you are in the city and eat a $1 a donut. What?
Okay.
You
I get the box, but I don't eat the whole box. All right.
Bro, it's such
Because
a
when I
nice
eat a donut, the thing is, Esau, when I eat a donut and I know I'm gonna eat a donut, I usually get about 20 donuts because I don't want to feel bad by myself. So I go around.
spread
I
it
spread
out.
the sugar around. It's like, here, have one.
What is that shop? What is that shop you go in the city and eat?
Dough, man.
Insomnia cookies, no?
That's no, it's dough donuts.
Donut. It's,
The
I
only
have to go take it.
artisanal donut spot in New York City. I mean, come on, guys, you gotta have one. You know
ever
what?
had
I gotta bring next time.
Yeah, you got to bring it.
Yes, come on, man.
You know what? One of the best things about living in Manhattan, there's a lot of sugar, but just to cut to the chase, there's obviously pros and cons to living in a big city because you have access to so much different variety of
A lot
food.
of sugar, man.
But I remember being in my apartment and I remember having, I guess, a cheat night. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning. I ordered cookies.
It's the best time. I just said don't eat it late, but you know what? It is the best
But
time.
only-
That's when we want
Yeah.
carbs, when we want sugar.
Only in New York City you can experience something like
course.
that. Or
Insomnia
Only
to
in New
4
York City you
a.m.
can order that time.
at
So
that time.
Insomnia cookies. That's the
No,
place you go to.
insomnia.
right?
It's the spot. You out drinking. You're already having the alcohol, sugar, and then you eat some, sloppy Joe, whatever it is, your fixes. I don't know.
Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe.
Yeah, or tacos. Tacos from a real dirty
or-
freaking, food truck.
Or hot dogs.
Or hot. Oh,
Or processed hot dogs. You know what? Let's continue the damage. Let's go to Insomnia Cookie and have some sugar rush.
Man, I had a frozen yogurt ordered once to my house, my apartment, and I remember they bring the actual the delivery guy comes with like this like a kind of little freezer.
Oh, freeze it.
So it doesn't melt.
Stepped up the game.
it doesn't melt.
Transportation,
That's
right.
cool.
That's really cool.
That's really
and it gets
cool,
to your
yeah.
place in one like intact.
But this was like an actual yogurt spot,
like a
yogurt,
froyo
that's what they
spot.
sell.
You know what I mean? Like a
That's
frozen
why,
yogurt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to step
pretty-
it up
pretty
on the
interesting.
delivery. That's great.
Well, you say sugar, no sugar, yeah?
I mean, no sugars. I mean, again, like I said, none of my kids eat sugar.
All right. I want to talk about one more subject actually in today's podcast, which is calves
Yes.
and forearm muscle, right? Now,
Train
those are-
them, everyone. Train them.
Two things I don't have.
Train them.
Now,
I don't have either.
the question is in the bodybuilding competition, they don't judge calves or forearms, correct?
They don't, but if you don't have them, they'll be talking about you all day.
It's kind of like synthol, isn't it? Like maybe
No.
Synthol forearms.
maybe you can put some synthols in
That
your
would be
forearm.
messy.
I say
That'll be ugly.
arms. I said forearms and calf is like a frame of the picture. When you watch the picture or painting, you're not judging the frame, but the frames gives you a nice perspective of that picture or
Yes.
that art. So if you don't have these two things, basically your lower body, it's not complete, and your hand is not complete.
You know, it's interesting. Big Ramy, right? Obviously, Mr. Olympia, right? But he gets flack. I noticed in comments. The people are addressing
Arms,
his
yeah,
calves.
lance,
Did
yeah.
did you see that? They're
Yeah,
talking about
I
his
saw
calves.
that.
Like, they're saying he's not.
When your quads are freaking 35 inches, you
Right,
know, and your,
exactly.
and your calves are not up to par, it creates a distraction in the flow of the body, you know.
Yeah,
just-
forget about the calf. His arms start to get smaller compared to 2019.
His forearms or his arms?
Arm, completely arm, especially the triceps.
change your trainer, Rami, that's all, bro.
Hold up a second.
Change your
But
trainer.
isn't forearms and calves? Obviously, it's all genetics, but some people don't have
Genetics,
it
but
genetically.
You should still train them. You should
Yeah,
still
still
train
train
them. To just stimulate them and at least keep them up to par. Because again, when you're posing up there and something is insignificantly off, significantly off balance, they're gonna call you out on it. And it just doesn't look good.
You've trained your calves.
I mean, look at these guys that look great in the beginning. You have Mohamed Makaway, I mean, you look at Lila Brada, all these guys, well balanced. They weren't huge, but they always had calves and forearms.
Rich
All the
Cat
Mr.
Salmon.
Olympias-
You've trained your calves and your forearms.
Oh, calves! I had to kill myself just to get some calves because I didn't have calves.
Did you
I
train
always
them
had-
every day, Vic?
No. For me, calves will be every 2 to 3 days, because calves it's one of those high rep muscle, but you also you walk and constantly stimulating them, so you have to definitely.
The problem with calves is that you forget to train them sometimes. So it's like, even though you have to train them, you kind of like.
Listen, wear shorts and you'll never forget to train them.
That's a good
Wear
advice.
shorts.
That's good advice.
You'll know you have to train calves. So,
Right.
If you're living somewhere in the Northeast or up, up north, and most people that train calves obviously are in warm weather,
You know who will make
climate
you?
area.
You know who will make you feel bad about your calves? Kai Green.
Kai
He'll tell you. He'll
Green.
tell you. Wow.
He's a
Come on.
He'll look at your legs and he'll be like, wow. He did it to a buddy of ours, Craig. And
I have a
Yeah.
question. Do you think the physique guy need calves or no?
They
Because
should.
no,
have
they
a
don't.
long
They don't.
short.
They don't. Vic. They don't get judged on that.
no. They see the calves
don't
actually
get
because under the
judged.
shorts you see.
I
the
know,
calves.
but they're showing the calves. They're,
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
they're not showing the quad, but
Right,
they're
right,
showing
right.
the calves.
So you're saying you should train the.
That's my question. Should I?
Listen, they should train their calves and their legs regardless.
legs too.
They should. I mean, it just creates a nice,
Just the
better
calves and the
flow.
legs,
I mean, train them, man. Train them, because at the end of the day, you eventually have to get naked, and it's gonna be an ugly sight. You standing.
Especially right now, the physique guy upper body is so big. They're
getting huge.
Big, and yes, they look like an open bodybuilder.
Nah, they're looking
kind
like
of.
physiques. Guys are looking like physique or bodybuilder top, and then
So
bantamweight bottom.
So for Big Ramy, because he has such humongous quads, is it even feasible for him to make the calves match the quads, or does he have to bring them the quads?
Rami
you
should
make it-
train quads like once a month, and just train calves, once a week. And he's
And
got
they'll
enough
match.
quads to last him his lifetime.
Really?
It's just, I mean, come on, when you're that genetically gifted for every
the
muscle
genetics,
group,
yeah.
But they don't judge the calf, so why would
they
he even
don't
do it?
judge, but it's the appeal of looking at and pleasing physique. That's all.
What about forearms? So do you naturally hit them while you're working
Gotta
out?
train forearms, man.
Separately from biceps.
I mean, even when people say they don't train their forearms, they're lying, man. Especially, mostly it will be mostly guys, because women, you don't want women walking around with Popeye forearms. You're walking around looking like a gorilla. But
When would
most
you
people
recommend-
train forearms, whether it is intentionally or non-intentionally.
When would you recommend someone to train a forearm?
I fully understand what he's talking about. You always got to go.
You
to-
know who you are.
End up, at the end, he has to be go
Bro,
somewhere.
you always got to go to the.
Just guys, my only advice is don't just keep it here, flip it around, right?
How about switch the hand?
2 sides. Right?
Switch the hand too.
Imagine one
Gotta
is like
switch
this.
too, man. If I
So,
lopsided forearm on side. Yeah.
all right. So
Looking like Hellboy.
in the gym, like, when would you? In the gym, when would you recommend somebody to work out forearms? Is it on bicep day? Is it on tricep day? Is it shoulder, back day? Shoulder? Like, what would you recommend?
I would say on back day it would be difficult because you're already kind of using your forearms, so you're training them indirectly. If you're gonna train them, definitely when you do bicep, just do a good 4 or 6 sets. Barbell curls, seated dumbbell curls, wrist curls. Just do them. Really, once a week is not that bad. And it keeps that balance.
And on that note,
Yes.
How about early morning? Is it different?
Switch up.
Is it different early morning and end of the day?
guys, if you have questions for Victor Martinez, please submit them in the comments, and the best one will get answered. And get what?
Yeah, it's a case of Red Count 1 energy drink. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us in this week's podcast. Please, you want to see any of our prior episodes, tune in to iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast streaming.